Okay, I think the first thing that we can do, let's try to change this background and make it black so that this can be visible. Okay, here in front of me in my cell phone, it's visible. I can see it clearly. Okay, but maybe here you might not see it. Okay, so let's continue, guys. What I want now, I'm in the tab Navigator, I'm in the tab screen. So let's go to the tab Navigator. Let's look for screen options. Okay, I don't like this. Okay, screen options, and then double curly braces. What I'm looking for, the tab item. Okay, the tab item. Okay, let's start with the tab item style. Then again, let me give you a tip. Okay, I am not sure, even me, I am not sure of these components and styles. Okay, I always start from a sample of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a tab bar, I'm looking for a style, or I'm looking for the tab bar component. So what you can do, guys, you don't have to master these things. Okay, you just have to work with them and do trial and error up until you understand all of them. So what I'm looking for now, I'm looking for tab bar style. So what I want from this style, I want to style the background color. What if maybe the background color is not what I was looking for? I will change and look for something else. Okay, so you don't have to stress yourself much about it. This is how I've been doing it. Fortunately for me, it looks like it's styling what I want to style. Okay, cool beans. Let me also set padding vertical. Okay, I want padding vertical. Let's see if I add 10 here. Okay, not a problem. That means this is not the one that we want to change. Not a problem, guys. At least I'm happy with this. Let's just quickly check. Okay, as you can see, the color that we want, it's not this black. Okay, it's this one. Obviously there is some sort of transparency there. We will deal with that one later. Okay, for now we just want to make sure that these icons are working. My apologies about that. I didn't mean to. Let me press escape again. This looks like escape. Looks like it's not responding. Okay, let me try this. This is also not responding. Okay, that will mean I have to close it. Okay, oh, exit. Okay, my apologies about that, guys. Okay, so I need to sample this color. Let me sample this color. In fact, I can just double click here. And which color is that? I think it's this one. Okay, let's see if I'm changing here. Does the color change? No, it doesn't change. Okay, this is the color that I'm looking for. Go back here and go back to the code. Now on the background, let it not be black, let it be this color. Okay, as you can see, guys, this is progress. Okay, this is progress. Our user interface is getting there. Okay, let me just take a water break. Okay, guys, I'm back. My apologies about that. Now what we want to do, we want these to change colors. As you can see now, the labels, they are changing colors. We are going to remove the labels. They are changing colors, but our icons, they don't change the color. So what we want to do, we want to go to this icon. Okay, this icon receives I always forget these props. Let me try to think hard. Okay, this icon receives an indicator through the props. I think it has got something to do with active or something. What is it? I always forget it, but if I forgot it, it doesn't mean That is not what I want. It doesn't mean it's the end of the road. It's such that I was lazy to go to the documentation, which is React navigation. It's just a simple word, guys. It's not a complicated thing. Okay, whenever I remind of myself, I always what can I say, pat my head and be like, it's very simple, guys, and I always forget it. Okay, so let's go here to the documentation. Let's go to the tab navigator, right? Yes. Under navigators, let's go to the bottom tabs. This is what we want. Let's look for the props. Okay, let's look for the props. This is the tab bar. That's not what I'm looking for. Options, tab icon. Okay, I'm looking for the props. Okay, of a method. Okay, tab bar background. Not really. Okay, tab press. Okay, maybe we are very close. Even if I can see it in this code, I will just, yeah, here is it, tab icon. It has got the color and the size, but not only this, there's a boolean that I'm looking for. I think it's is active. Okay, am I going to use the color and the size? I think I've already have my own colors and sizes. Okay, so it means that I have to look for the boolean value that I always forget. Okay, it's active or my apologies about this. It looks like it's not here. Not a problem. Let me come here. Okay, let me remove this. My apologies about that. Tab icon. Let me type it from scratch. Tab icon. Okay, focused. Okay, here is it, focused. Okay, it's focused. I'm looking for focused. Okay, now let's undo. Let's see if it's there. Focus. Yeah, it's not active, it's focused. It's a boolean. Okay, here is it, guys. Okay, and then I need to change color based on if this is focus or not focus. So instead of assigning this color by default, let's just put a React block here, a JavaScript block of code. We need to use this boolean. Okay, this is a ternary. Okay, some sort of a ternary operator. It's a short form of if else. We are asking with this question, is this true? Is it focused? If it's focused, we want this color. That means use this color here, assign this to the color, and then we're going to use dot dot. If not, what are you going to use? For now, let's just say black so that we can see as it changes. This is the okay, let me just click first and see and test. Okay, as you can see, it's black when it's not focused. It's only red when it's focused, which is, I like this. Then now let's look for the actual color that we are going to use from the code, which is this color. Okay, which is, we want this color. This is the color that we want. And then let's say when you are not focused, don't use black, use this color. Okay, let's move away. As you can see, guys. Okay, now we need to do this for all of these, meaning that we can do what? We can copy this color. Okay, we can copy this color for this and copy this color for this. Paste it here and always add focused here. Focused. Okay, Go back here, change the color, and then receive forecast. Change the color, and receive forecast. Okay, now as you can see, guys, everything is working well. Okay, as you can see, guys, everything is working well. We are getting there, guys. Remember, I promised you that this is the one and only, and the only video that you will watch and be confident about your React Native skill, such that you will brush up your CV, remove the dust, and get employment. Okay, because I'm going to teach you everything. You are supposed to be confident that you can get into the work environment. Okay, so let's continue, guys. We don't need these labels because we don't have them in the code, right? Okay, now let's go back. There are two ways to style things here with React Navigation. If you want to style things permanently, you style them on the Navigator itself or the screens. Since this is a screens property, they are the ones that we got the labels. Let's go to the screens. Okay, this is Navigator, this is the screens. Where is the options? This is the options. So the options ends here. We want another option. Let's just type label and see what we're going to get. Tab label. Okay, let's see how can we know beforehand what properties to pass here. Tab bar label property string. Okay, so we must always look here so that we cannot assign things which are not supposed to be there. We're going to assign an empty string. As you can see, it's gone. Okay, the label is gone. Come here, also assign an empty string. Gone. Also here, assign an empty string. Gone. Also here, assign an empty string. Gone. Okay, guys, as you can see, we are getting there. I would like to assume maybe there might also be a different way to go about it, because now we've assigned an empty string. We didn't remove the label. Okay, let's just quickly test if is there an option there to remove the label. Maybe type by label false. Okay, because as you can see, these elements didn't shift it down a little bit. Okay, it looks like the label container is still there, but it's some sort of, let's say it's transparent. Okay, which is the best way to go about it will be to, let's see what is there. See, tab bar show label. Let's try to use false. Okay, because that will be the best way to go about it. Okay, let's say it was there. Let's say it was Matthew. Okay, let me remove this tab bar show label. Let's see, as you can see, here is Matthew. Okay, what if I can set it to show it to false? Is this gonna move down a little bit, or it's going to be the same? Let's see. Okay, tab bar show label, whether the tab label should be visible. The default it's true. Okay, let me put this first. Done. Let me put this instruction first. Okay, I really don't understand what this does. Okay, it looks like it doesn't make a difference. Obviously, guys, you can make your own test and see if do we have a boolean property there that we can set so that we can achieve the same thing. Okay, let's continue, guys. I am happy with what we have so far. I'm happy with what we have so far. So let's just work on the shape. Okay, let's work on the shape, on this shape first, and then we will work on the transparency. Okay, because transparency will need some, what can I say, will need some element. Okay, it will need some images so that we can see if it's transparent. Okay, for now let's just work on the shape. Okay, then what I'm going to do in terms of the shape, This is some sort of a semicircle, or it's some sort of a circle, similar, because this design assumed that our device has got some rounded corners. Okay, in our case our device doesn't have rounded corners. Okay, and we still want this effect. Okay, we don't just want to only, what can I say, do a border radius on top, because this one, as you can see, okay, it's not our device, it's more like it's a corner here. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So what we are going to do, we need to improvise a little bit. Okay, we are going to make this as it is, but we are going to lift it up a little bit so that it can give some sort of a gap or a margin. Okay, a margin around it. You will see when we are done. Now guys, in terms of working with these containers, okay, there are multiple containers here. You might think that since we have styled the background, that's the only container here. Okay, there is another invisible container here. I think we must look for that one. Let's go to the Navigator. Okay, the Navigator, which is this one. We have worked on the tab style. Okay, let's look for something else around tab. Okay, it's tab bar. Okay, tab bar style. Tab bar button, no, not tab bar icon, not really. Okay, tab bar label, what does it take? Does it take string? This one takes props. Tab bar label position, tab bar show label, tab bar style. Okay, tab bar style we already have. Okay, I think what I'm looking for, it has got something to do with item. Okay, if this is also this one has got item. Okay, let's say tab bar item. Okay, do we have something like that? Okay, we don't. Let's see. Let's just type tab only. Okay, tab bar background. Okay, tab bar background. Okay, let's go back. Tab bar bottom. Say tab bar icon style, tab bar label. Okay, tab bar style. Okay, it looks like at the moment I can't locate what I want, but with time I will. Okay, with time I will. Okay, so for now let's continue and pretend this is the only container that is here, which is the tab bar item. Okay, this is the tab bar item style. Okay, let's continue. Let's pretend like that. Okay, so let's work on border radius, okay, of, let's make it 10 and see. Okay, now this is what I was telling you. Okay, at first this gave us an impression, or an impression that we are editing the outside container. Okay, that's what it gave us. We thought so. Okay, but these are different items. Okay, like what can I say, very close to each other, but they are not the background container. Okay, so what we are going to do, let's leave this border radius on like this, so that I can target. If you can look closely, there is a white color here. Between this and this, there is a white color. We want to target that white color. At least now this is not blocking that white color. So if we change that white color, we can see when we are winning. Okay, let's try again. Okay, because we can see that with this one we're not going to win. It's not what we are looking for. Okay, So let me work on tab background, the one that I already saw there. Okay. Tab bar icon style, tab bar background. Okay, let's see what it takes. Okay, it takes a React element. Looks like we might win here. Let's see. Let's give it that element. Let's make it a view. Okay. We don't have views here. Why it's complaining? Oh, okay. Now we have a view. Let's like comma and save. As you can see, there is no difference because we need to style our view. Okay. Let's style our view and give it some color and see. Okay, background color. Background color of red. Okay. Obviously, our view doesn't have a width and height. Let's make a width of 100% and a height of 100%. Let's see. As you can see, guys, now we have managed to get the actual background. Okay, the actual background. So it's a tab bar background. This doesn't mean it's a color, it means that it's an element. Okay, now I am happy with this. Okay, so we wanted to change the border radius. The border radius of this to this is 20. Okay, let's make it 15 and see. Border block color. This is not what I want. I want border radius. Okay, as you can see, guys, this is what we want. So let's take this. We can even copy this. Okay, and put it here. So now the radius is going to be 20. I don't think I mind about that, but it looks like 20 is not enough, but that's not much of a problem. What we can do, let's set the, what's going on here? Let's set the, okay, let's set the height. Let's set the height not to 100%. Let's set it to a number. Let's say 40. Okay. Okay. Let's make it 90. I think it's a bit bigger. Okay. Now let's play around the top of this item. Okay, let's give it a top of 20 and see. It's going down. And as you can see, guys, not only that, somewhere behind there is a what can I say? There is a line here. There is an item with a border top. Okay, there is a line here. I'm not sure if you can notice that. Okay, there is also a line there. So let's first start by checking here border width. Okay, the border width of this, let's make it 0 and see if that line is going to disappear. Okay, it doesn't. That means let's go back to the bottom item style. I don't think so. So I still have a feeling that there is a container that wraps everything that we haven't some sort of tapped into yet. Okay, we are somewhere there, but not in that container. Okay, so what we did here, the container is still there. We only injected our own container, which is this one. Okay, we injected this one, but the container that we are looking for, the one that has got this border top, okay, we need that container. So this was a good attempt, this one. Okay, I am not going to delete it. Maybe we might need this. So this starts here. Okay, this is the style and this is the view. The view ends here. Okay, so what I can do, let me try to see if I can comment this, what will happen. Okay, as you can see, guys, okay, we've got a white background here, and at the same time we've got a top border. We want to go there. Okay, that's where I want to be. Okay, let's just check on tab active background color. Okay, if I think this has got something to do with container. It's not a tab, container. Yeah, something like, you see this header left container style, that's what I'm looking for, but for tab. Okay, let's see where I am. Okay, let's try for the last time, guys, on tab. If we don't get it, I will just have to check ChatGPT. No. Active tint, no. Tab bar background, no. Tab bar background, tab bar page, tab bar page style, no. Tab bar button. Okay, right on keyboard. Tab bar icon, no. Tab bar icon style. Tab bar, okay. Tab bar label, no. Tab bar label position. Tab bar show label. Tab bar style. Tab bar. Okay, guys, let me try to. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the video. I've got an application. Okay, I've got an application. This is this is the application. Okay, it's I've got a WhatsApp clone. Okay, WhatsApp UI clone, and in that UI clone I did what I'm looking for. Okay, in that WhatsApp UI clone, this is part of that. And where is that one? Here is it. Okay, this WhatsApp UI clone, I did that. Also, this one is the same thing. So I'm just going to pause the video to save your time. I'm going to open that project and we are just going to copy and paste the code. All right, guys, I am back. Thank you so much for that. We were very, 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 very close. Okay, that's why I am saying to you, in most cases, when when I see these things after trying so hard, I was like, "Ish, my memory is poor." But it's the first attempt in learning. Okay, fail. Okay, so guys, let's just jump straight into it. As you can see, guys, the project I was talking about, it was not WhatsApp necessarily, it's TikTok. Okay, I did a TikTok clone and I remember styling this part, and here is it, guys. It's tab bar style. Okay, so we've got a tab bar and a tab item. I think that's what has confused me. Okay, it's a tab bar, so I'm looking for tab bar. Okay, here is tab bar. So let's quickly make some changes, guys, and see if we are progressing. As you can see, guys, so when we are here, we can look for tab bar style. Okay, tab bar, not tab bar item. Okay, and then what we can do here, we can set the background. Okay, the background color to, let's just say, green for now. Okay, what is missing? Okay, it's here, guys. It's here. Okay, as you can see, guys, tab is missing. Oh, sorry, as you can see that we have managed to style this. And then let's reference the the user interface, the mockup. As you can see, guys, this is a little bit bigger. Okay, it's not as small as the ones that we have. Okay, so let's make the height of let's make height of 90 and see. Okay, I think this is better. Okay, I think this is better. Let's work on border radius. Okay, border radius. Border radius. What I usually do in border radius, I always divide my height into 2 to get a perfect circle or a perfect rounded border. So 90 divided by 2, it's 126. My apologies, or I'm joking. It's 45. Okay. As you can see, guys, now we are getting some sort of a perfect what can I say, perfect circle or something like that. Okay, it's more like a perfect semicircle, let's say. And then we are having some minor issues here because this is not in the center. Okay, the reason is there is a lot of components here that we don't see. Let me take a water break. There's a lot of components behind the scene that we don't see, so we just have to make those small steps until we get to where we want. In doing so, we will learn something. So I want to also change the width of this. The width of this must be as you can see now, it's like in the edge and you cannot see it properly. So the first thing we need to try, if we work on the containers heading, there are some items that will want to pass through the screen like when we are scrolling, so maybe that might be a problem. So let's work on the width of this. Okay, let's import a method or something called dimensions on React Native. Okay, let's import dimensions here. I don't know why these things are doing this. Okay, let's import dimensions. Okay, we want dimension, we want the width of dimension. Why dimension is not here? If it's not here, I don't mind, I can use it this way. Okay, let's see where we are. We are here. I can say here const, let's try this, const width is equal to dimensions or dimensions. Okay, let's say dimensions. Okay, this one, dimensions dot get screen or window, or whichever, screen dot width. Okay, this is the width of the screen. Okay, so let's set the okay, let's set the width of this to dimensions. Okay, to the width from the dimension exactly. Let me just put, apologies about that, let me close this. Okay, how do I exit? Apologies about that. Now I'm in the right place. Okay, close here. As you can see, guys, now this width is exactly okay. Things are misbehaving. Maybe I'm starting to feel sleepy. My apologies about that. Let's see. Okay, now I have just closed everything. Please, guys, be patient with me. I don't know why things are getting out of hand. Okay, I think it's Kobe Bryant who said, what can I say? Take a break when you are done, not when you feel tired. I think, okay, something like that. Take a break or quit when you are done. So let's apply that mentality, the Mamba mentality. Okay, as much as maybe I might be tired, okay, might lose track, but we are not done, guys. Okay, I want to teach you mobile app development so that you can become a pro. So let's continue. As you can see, I've got the width, okay, to the exact same width. As you can see, guys, we don't have any difference. So Let's say -10 and see what will be the difference. As you can see now, it's starting to move away from the actual screen. So what we are going to do, we are going to make it -20. Okay, as you can see, so that it can give 10 gap here and 10 gap here. Okay, for now, let's start with that. And then the other thing that I want, the height is 90. I don't mind about that. Or maybe we can make it 85. I think it's too big. Because also we must look at the width of this. My apologies about that. The width of this relative to the entire screen. Okay, so the screens might not be the same, and the height of the device might not be the same. Okay, so as much as we want this to be like to take the same proportion, but we must look at our current device. Okay, so let me try 80 here. Okay, let me try 60. Okay, 60, it's a bit smaller. At least 65 will do. Okay, knowing very well that we need to fix this. It needs to be in the center. Okay, let's just make it 70. Okay, I'm 100% happy with 70. So, what we want to do, now, this is not supposed to be 45. As long as it's more than the half of this. If this is 70, that means this is supposed to be 35. As long as it's half of this, it will give you a semicircle. But if it can be 20, it's not going to work, as you can see, guys. Okay, so 35 and above will work. Okay, now when we're moving, when we are decreasing the size of this, as you can see, it's always aligned to the left, which is a bit of a problem. So let's set the margin left. Let's try with margin horizontal first to auto. Okay, when I'm saying horizontal, I'm targeting left and right. Okay, it looks like nothing is happening, not a problem. Let me try margin left. Okay, margin left, I cannot see it. Okay, margin left, let's try this first and say 20. Okay, as you can see, it's moving. Okay, so I want this to be auto, meaning that it must be pushed, as you can see. Okay, let me delete it so that you can see the effect. Okay, margin left will push it to the right, utilizing every space that it had until it reaches whatever. Okay, so we are doing that here. Now we want to do the same thing with margin right. Okay, with margin where is margin right? With margin right, we want it to be auto so that it can push itself to whatever available space, so that it can land on no man's land or in limbo. Okay, where there's nowhere to go. Okay, so we are trying that so that it can be centered, guys. We are trying to center it. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. Boom, we have won, guys. Now it is centered perfectly. Okay, so now let's work on the margin bottom. The margin bottom, let's make it 20 and see. Okay, I'm happy with this. Remember when I said also the other thing, let's make use of mathematics here. If we've got this width -20, that means there is 10 here, there is 10 here. Can't we follow that mathematics so that this feels like a proper padding? Okay, even though it's a proper mathematics, but it's 2 down. Even on the cell phone I can see it's almost like touching the edge. It's fine when it's like this. Okay, let's continue, guys. Okay, so I'm happy with this. The other thing that we need to deal with, can't this container center all of its children, like something like this? Justify content center, align item center, something like this. Let's see what will happen. Okay, it looks like there is another container here. Okay, that's not much of a problem. Let's use other methods to bypass this. Let's use padding top. Okay, let's use padding top, and then let's put padding top of 10. That means it must push its own items a little bit down. This feels like centered to me. I'm not sure about you. Okay, this feels centered. And then what we can do now, instead of must we change the background, or let me think. Okay, let me think what we can do. Let's change the background for now. Let's change the background to the color that we had before. Okay, which is this color. Okay, which is this color. Copy. Okay, just remove this black line here. 100%. I'm happy with this. And then let's go back here, guys, and change the color to this one. Okay, as you can see, guys, I'm happy with this. Let's check if our active icons are working. Nice, as you can see, guys. Okay, professional, neat and clean. Okay, it's looking exactly like the original design. I'm happy with this. If you have made it this far, congratulations. Okay, we're getting there. Let me just take a water break. Okay, this is awesome work, guys. Let's continue. So what I want to do now, this is not necessary. Okay, let me just show you something. If we might think we are clever, okay, if we might think we are clever, let's see. Okay, let's say we want to play around with opacity, since we want this to be transparent. Okay, one might feel like opacity can do that. Let's see the disadvantage of opacity. Okay, let's say 0.5. Okay, let me put comma here. Okay, the problem with opacity, everything becomes transparent, including the icon, as you can see, guys. Okay, so if you are thinking of opacity, opacity is not the right option. Something is popping up on my mind. Okay, in RGB. Okay, in RGB, let's just go here and say RGB A. What can is it? Is it generator? Okay, let's say RGBA color picker. Let's try this. So with RGB, we've got all the colors: red, green, and blue. Okay, but if we've got RGBA, okay, this value stands for alpha. It means the transparency. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, before I use another option, okay, I want to try this. I want this color to be RGBA. Okay, so this means we have to go here. Okay, and then we want to take this color as it is. Let's change this to RGB and see. Okay, as you can see, guys, this is RGBA. Okay, this is 0.8. Okay, so this is 37, 40, and 48. First, let's try the RGB. Okay, 37, 40, and 48. Let's see if the RGB will work here. 37, 40, and 48. Okay, let's try that. RGB 37, 40, 48. Okay, let's close this. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't complain. It looks like to me it accepts RGB. let's say 70 here and see. As you can see, guys, the color changes. Okay, now let's use RGBA alpha, and here we are going to put 0.8. Okay, now this tells us that this color, it's not a, what can I say, it's not a solid color. It has got a bit of transparency. Okay, in case as we continue we might not like this. Okay, let's say we might feel like it's not, it doesn't look like this one. Okay, let me just show you this. Let's say I want to move this. Let's say, just look as it moves on the background, you see. And also here, this feels like there is a sort of blurriness there. Okay, in case we might want to get there exactly, we will change to a different option. For now, I'm just like showing you different ways to go about the same thing. So in case we might feel like, no, we want that blurriness also, then we can change to that later. So now let's continue, guys. I'm happy with what we have here. In terms of this icon, okay, that means when you click this, okay, when you click this, it shows that. Okay, it shows that. Now we need to make use of the icon. Okay, let's add the small icon there. My apologies about that. We said we are going to use a code to add that icon there. Not a problem. Let's go to each of these. Okay, we've got this element here. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's wrap this element. Okay, let's do this first so that this code could be like this. Let's wrap this element in a view. Okay, we are taking the home element and wrapping it in a view. Okay, what have I done? Okay, I only need that comma there. Okay, and remove the comma here. We have just wrapped, let me make sure this is the active one. We have just wrapped this with a view. Okay, this is the view. And then what I want to do, I want to add another item. Okay, okay, even if it's a self-closing tag, I will be happy with that. Okay, something like this. And the item, I want to style it. Okay, style is equal to, okay, why this self-closing tag? Okay, let's see. I want to style this background color. Let's make it red. Background color of red. The width, let's make it 5, and the height of 5. Okay, now that we have this, my apologies, I just have to charge my headset. Okay, thank you so much for that. Then let's continue. As you can see, guys, here is it. Okay, then let's make this 10 and make this 10. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then what we want to do, the border radius, border radius of 5. Make it a perfect circle. Okay, I'm happy with this. I hope you see where this is going. Now what we want to do, it is part of the flow. Okay, there is this parent, there is this icon. So the icon and the circle, the red circle, they are in the children of the same parent, so meaning that they compete with space. That's why you see this icon being moved up a bit. Okay, they are sharing the space. If we can position the red circle absolute. Okay, absolute. This means that it will feel like it's not inside the container, it's like floating on top. Okay, and that positioning absolute come with an advantage of moving it wherever we want to move it. Let's set the bottom to 0. Okay, bottom to 0. Let's see where is it going to go. So what it does, this view wraps everything. It's more like a rubber band tight, in like tightening the children inside it. So if this is the bottom 0, is the bottom 0 of that rubber band. Okay, meaning that it will go as far as, or so that it can reach the bottom of that div. So the size of that div, the size of that view, because div it's working on the web, the size of this view, it's more like exactly the same as the size of the icon. That's why this is here. What we want to do, we want to push it further. Let's say 6 and see where is it going. Okay, it's going up. Let's change the direction. It must be -20. Let's see. As you can see, guys, now when it's -20, it's like going down. Okay, so let's say -15. Okay, still is too close. Oh, -17. Okay, I'm happy with this. And then let the parent, okay, this parent as a container, let's style it. Okay, I want this parent to govern how the children are being laid out. So let's say it reinforces that the children must always be in the center. Okay, obviously not this way. Let's try align items. Okay, align items center. Okay, as you can see now, all the icons are aligned center. Okay, the items. So this red, it's too big looking at this proportion. Okay, also the distance. Okay, let's try to make it exactly as it is. So the distance was where is the distance? Border radius, this is red. Bottom, let's make it 20, even though it looked like it was too much. Okay, let's do the tree. Okay, this is better. And then let's go to, this is 10, let's make it 8. Okay, let's make it 8. This is not 18, let's make it 8. Okay, I'm happy with this. Okay, now let's go back to the margin top that we have, the padding top that we set here. Let's put it back to 0. Put it back to 0. I didn't put it back to 0. Okay, as you can see now that it's back to 0, it looks like everything works well. Okay, this space is reserved for this dot. Okay, let me just go back here. Okay, the bottom of this is -23. Let's try -18. Okay, I think this is better for me. I'm happy with this. Okay, so now let's check the color. According to the design, I think the color is the same, but what we are going to do, guys, let's try to make some small changes. Okay, this one hurt. This color and this color is the same. Okay, so to me there is no emphasis on this is hid, this is active. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to take the same color, but we are going to some sort of increase it a little bit. Okay, you will see what I'm trying to do now. The same color, but we are going to make it more reddish. Okay, more strong and bright red in a way, something like this. Okay, I'm happy with this. The reason why we are going to do that, I want this to have a role. Okay, to have a role, because if it's like the same color, it doesn't catch your eye and it doesn't serve its purpose. Okay, so instead of red, we are going to use that color. Okay, let's save. As you can see, guys, okay, at least this color and this color, they are not like exactly the same. So when I'm looking on mobile, this is much better. Okay, because if it's the same, this might feel like it's part of the icon, as I did a mistake before of thinking that was the case, of which that was not the case. So at least this color is playing a role. So now when we click here, as you can see, this doesn't change with these. Okay, so the work that we have to do now, we need to wrap every icon with this, and at the same time we need to render this dot conditionally. Okay, it must not be always there. Where is that dot? Here is the dot. Is it a self-closing tag? No, we can make it a self-closing tag. Okay, yes, it's a self-closing tag. Here is it. Okay, if I want to remove it, I can remove it like this. Okay, so we want to open a block of JavaScript code, and then let's use the ternary. We are going to ask, is this focused? Okay, is focused true? Okay, we're asking if focus is true, we want to render this. Okay, then let's go back here and type those dots. If not, we want to render null. Okay, that means nothing will be rendered. Save. As you can see, guys, now it's not focused, but when we click here, now it's focused. It's there, not focused. Okay, I hope you see this. Okay, focus. Okay, I'm happy with this. Now what we need to do, we need to take the same logic, okay, and apply it for all the icons. Okay, we can do copy and paste if we want. Okay, let's quickly do that for the sake of this tutorial so that it cannot be too long. Okay, so what we are going to do, let's see. First of all, let me highlight my code and let me format it, okay, so that it can be presentable. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to take this icon, the one that has got where is it? I think it's home. Yes, this one. Okay, this is the one that I'm looking for. Where it ends here. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to take this code and paste it here. I'm going to use it as a template. Okay, what I want to do, I want to change the icon to be this one, the orders icon. So let me just go to orders, and I want to change only the icon inside here to be orders. Okay, where is that icon? Here is it. And then now the icon is orders. What else? I don't think there is something else. That means I can copy this. Okay, let me copy everything. My apologies about that. I only want to copy this. Copy, and let me comment it. Let's go to orders and replace the tab icon for orders. Okay, let's save and see. As you can see, everything is still the same, but when we click on orders now, orders can be active. Okay, as you can see, guys. Okay, so I'm happy with this. That means our template is working. Now let's go to, this was orders. Okay, now let's go to favorite. I only change this. Okay, uncomment this. Okay, and then I'm going to change only this, and then comment it, then go to favorites and remove this and replace it with this. Everything looks the same, but when you click now, as you can see, it's active. Okay, 100% nice. So what we want to do now, we want to do the same thing for this. Okay, let's go back to the cut. For the cut where I am, my apologies about that. I want to go down and I want to take this cut and comment this, and then what I want to do, I want to replace this. And then let me cut everything because I don't think I will use that. Here is the cut. Let's see the shopping cart. Boom, and let's test, guys. Nice, everything is working well. I'm happy with this. Okay, now let's continue, guys. Let's keep it going and let's keep it flowing like water. Okay.